Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm a little late. I'm not good with technology. And it's funny, a lot of people, the trolls, they think I over edit my videos, but I wouldn't know how to do that if I tried. Flounder, come here, Flounder. Can you touch? So, we're going to learn how to get our pets to give us high fives today. I just wanted to do something special for you guys since you guys have done so much for me and for Flounder, mostly for Flounder and Mouse Toy, really. But I just really appreciate you guys, and I wanted to find a way to give back. So this is hopefully going to be a lot of fun for you guys and your pets, and a great way to bond. We almost had the tutu today, and she wanted it off like right before I started the live. So, but it sounds like she might want it back on. So just give her a minute to work through that. What's wrong, Flounder? While we're waiting for her to decide what she's gonna wear for this live, um, I wanted to just kind of take a moment to celebrate that we reached our goal for the fundraising for the Flounder book. If you missed it, Flounder is going to write a book about Mouse Toy, and it is now funded, which is very exciting, but also for me, very stressful. So I have a lot of work to do now and a lot of things to figure out. I am keeping it the actual donation page, the GoFundMe, I'm keeping it live for two reasons, just for a little while longer for two reasons, even though we've met our goal. The first reason is because we met our goal so quickly that a lot of people didn't get to didn't even know that this was happening, so they didn't get to donate. And one of the stipulations on the donation is that if you donate over $20, I put your name in the back of the book. And I feel like a lot of people are missing that opportunity if I take it down right now. So I'm going to keep it up so they have an opportunity to get their name in the back of the book still. The other reason I'm keeping it up is because um, anything that goes over our initial goal is going to go towards marketing, to increase marketing and to reach more people and obviously raise more awareness, which is, big goals. And I don't know if any of you guys know about marketing, but I could spend $100,000 on marketing and still not reach half of my target goal or target audience. So I'm going to put all of it, I'm putting anything extra into marketing so that we can market the book and raise more awareness and hopefully sell more books. Um, but it won't be wasted. Like anything that gets donated over is still going towards the book. But then more people get a chance to have their names in the back of the book, which I think is only fair. I wasn't expecting it to be fully funded within the same night that I posted it. So I feel like a lot of people missed it, and I want to give people the opportunity to get their names in the back of the book if they want to. Flounder, can you come here? Did you decide what we're gonna wear? Are you gonna go with nothing? We can be naked, Flounder. Flounder, can you touch? Or Fiki touch? Or somebody touch? Yes, good boy. Okay, come here. Come here, Fik. Touch. Good job. High five. Yes, good job. All right, so I'm gonna start out just with basic training because we're all on different levels here, I'm sure. So I'm gonna start out with just basic how we train a fish, cat, dog. So I use positive reinforcement, and thank you, sir. Thank you. Um, and the way that I mark and reward, which is letting them know that what they're giving you is what you want. So you're keeping it all positive. The way that I mark and reward, and this is where I told you that you could have a clicker, but you don't need one. And so I'll use the clicker for this demonstration, but you also could use a marker word. And my marker word that I usually use is just yes, like a high pitched yes, to differentiate it from my normal yes, when we're talking. So high five, high five, yes. And I'll do both just so that you guys. Did you get that? Here, have another one so that you guys can see both. Can you come up, go to place, Flounder? Can you go to your mushroom? Go to place. Good girl. Can you give me a high five? Yes. And you want to mark and reward at the peak of the behavior. So right when their paw touches whatever you want it to touch. Yes. Or else they're going to start giving you more behaviors. High five. Yes. Good job. So that's marking and rewarding. That's pretty basic. If they're giving me something you don't want, I give them what I call a neutral response. And a neutral response is where you're just ignoring. Um, when I worked with dolphins, the way that I gave a neutral response was I crossed my arms because sometimes they would get at your hands if your hands are in the water. So I would cross my arms like this, and that's just a habit that I have. So if you see me doing that, that's what I'm doing. I'm giving them a neutral response. And neutral response is where you're not acknowledging the behavior that they gave you at all. So you're not giving them a negative reaction, you're just not giving them anything. And usually when I do this, I remove eye contact as well because eye contact is something that they look for when they're training. So I remove eye contact and any kind of interaction. The good thing is when you're working with animals, their attention spans aren't that great. So you don't have to do this for a long time. You can just give them a neutral response for like 5 to 10 seconds. Even that might be a little too long. So 5 seconds probably is fine, depending on how intelligent the animal is that you're working with. Okay, so now I told you guys to have a lid with you, and a clear lid would be preferred. And the reason that a clear lid is preferred is because it can transition easier to the thing that you want them to actually target. Look at them go with their paws. I have two paws coming at me right now. Um, but if you don't have a clear lid, if you just have a regular lid or really any kind of object that you can hold like this that they can target, that works fine. Okay, so let me just check the. Oh, you found mouse toy. Okay, well, I tried to hide him really good, guys. I was actually afraid that that Flounder was gonna tell you all where he was because she watched me put him there, and she is very concerned about where mouse toy is at all times. Okay, so you have your lid in your hand, and the way that I would start with a pet who isn't really good at using their paws for things is I would put it on the floor, or you could hold it flat. And then as soon as they're gonna inspect it because it's a different object. And as soon as they touch it with their paw, you can mark and reward. Yes, Fiki wants to touch it too. Good job. So what I did when I was training this was I literally just had it on the floor like this. Can you touch that? Here, come over here so they can see. There, can you touch that? Can you touch? Yes, good job. I don't know if you actually saw that because he's not facing the right way. Flounder, can you touch this? Here. Fiki, can you come over here? Here, let's do it this way. You have an audience today, Bob. Can we touch this? Yes, good job. Can Fiki touch this? Touch this? Yes, good job. Both kittens, good job. So at first, if they're not using their paws, if they're just kind of sniffing it or showing interest, you can mark and reward any kind of interest or any kind of interaction they have with the lid, because then you're establishing that this is important and you want them to interact with this. So you may have to take it slower, back it up, and take baby steps if they're not using their paws initially. I feel like cats, fish, typically are better about using their paws to investigate things than dogs are. But it doesn't matter. If they're interacting with it at all, you can mark and reward. And then what happens is, then they establish that what you want is for them to interact with this. And then they'll start to, they know that that's what you want. So they're going to start to interact with it almost as if on command. And then what's going to happen is you're going to start giving them a neutral response when they interact with it with anything other than their paw. So if they're just sniffing it or if they're picking it up with their mouth, you don't give them any kind of response. And then they're going to be like, I know you want me to interact with this, and I don't understand why I'm not getting rewarded for interacting with this. So I'm going to try different ways of interacting with it. And that's when the paw is going to come out. So if they're not initially using their paw, that's a way that you can try to get them to use their paw in the future. You just have to back it up and take some baby steps first. So once they are paw targeting the lid, go ahead. Then I would start to use a word, a voice command. This would be a good time to introduce the voice command. So my voice command is obviously high five. I mean, it's simple, basic, to the point. Good morning, Shawnee. High five. Yes. And then they're going to start to, I mean, Flounder obviously values words and language a lot, but most pets do anyway, whether we acknowledge it or not. So they're going to start to understand that high five is a voice command, and it's an auditory cue for them to do a behavior, which is touching the lid. So Flounder, can you, hey, Miss Loaf. Oh, I dropped one. Oh no. Can you come up here? Go to place. Good job. High five. Yes. Go to place. Go on your mushroom. Go to place. Go to place. Good job. Good job. All right. So then once they understand that there's a voice command and they're consistently targeting the lid, you can start to take the lid away. Now that's exciting. I have not had any issues with that with the animals that I've worked with so far. Usually that transition is really, really easy for them and they pick up on it right away. So you just take the lid away and you're doing the same exact thing. Come here, Flounder. Go to place. Good job. High five. Oh, you are not on your place. High five, Fiki. Good job. Good boy. Go to place, Flounder. Go to place. Good job. High five. Yes, good job. Okay, so then once they're high-fiving your hand and you have that figured out, that's when you can transition, and this is the fun part for me. That's when you can transition to other things, so they can target other things. So we're going to take a selfie. Hold on, let me put this lid over here. Okay, so when you're teaching them to target other things, such as your phone, you may have to use the lid again, just so that they understand, like kind of to bridge the behavior so they understand that that's what you want them to touch. Can you touch right here? Touch right here, Flounder. Yes, good job. And it's hard for me to hold the clicker and have the phone and the treats all at the same time. So that's when you'll see me just use my marker word instead of the clicker. But it's the same concept for them. Also, this, by the way, if anyone is questioning this, this is my buoy. So that when Flounder throws my phone into the water when we're paddle boarding, it still floats and I can retrieve it. Okay, come up here, because that does happen. Okay, can you high five right here? High five. Yes, good job. And then once you get them to high five different objects, let me show you the lid real quick with the phone. Just in case you have to backtrack. You can put the lid just right in front. High five. High five. Oh, what are you doing? High five. Yes, good job. And really any object you want them to paw target, you can use the lid. And that also applies to buttons. If you're button training, you can put the lid on the buttons as well. Come up here, go to place. Go to place. We're done with the lid. She loves the lid. Okay, come up here. Okay, sit down. And okay, so selfies. When you're taking selfies, when your fish is taking selfies, you want to have the phone, obviously the camera facing them. You want to have it on 0.5 So it's zoomed out all the way. Otherwise, it can be a little bit too close and it looks funny. So can you high five right here? Oh, you're so beautiful. Can you do it one more time? One more time. I didn't get it. Can you up here? Yes, good job. Good girl. And then here is her selfie that we just took. Very beautiful. So the other thing I've worked on with both of mine is look, the look command. And you can actually point and have them look. Yes, love you. You can point and have them look where you're pointing. And that is a different tutorial for another day. But that helps them to look like right at the camera where you want them to look, which helps the selfies for sure. Okay, so now we know how to get them to target other objects. Here's the hard part. This one's difficult, so this is where you need your patient pants. Okay. Do we have any questions so far? If you guys have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments. Because I can actually read the comments this time because I don't have 4 platforms going at once. Okay. So the hard part, this is a difficult one. Come here, Fiki. We have to set up properly. So Fiki likes to be on this side. Come here, Fiki. Come over here. And as we know, cats don't like change, so we just tailor to what they want. Okay, can we sit? Sit. Good job. Can we come over here, Flounder? Flounder, touch. Good job, sit. The setup is actually, it's a lot more work than you'd think. Okay, high five. High five. Oh, high five. Yes, good job. So getting them to do that, not easy, but totally worth it because it's super cute. Magical lid. They both already know how to target the lid. So you put the lid here, you get them to target it. Yes. And then when they target it at the same time, you mark and reward. At the beginning, all you're doing is getting them used to high-fiving at a different angle. So they're facing you and they're used to doing this, but we want them to do this. So at the beginning, you can work with just one at a time and get them used to high-fiving like this instead of high-fiving like this. Good job. Oh my goodness, so good. So that is step 1, is changing their body position. Step 2, you can add the other pet. And when you add the other pet, you don't necessarily need them to be interacting with each other right away, just as long as they're interacting with the lid when the other pet is around. Fiki, touch. Touch. Do you want to give me a high five? Fiki quit. Fiki's out. He doesn't want to do it. Come here, Fiki, touch. Here we go. We're getting him back. Good job. Good job. I know you know it without the lid, bub. I know. He's like, I don't need this lid. Okay. So then once they're doing that and they don't seem to be fazed by what the other one is doing, then you want to work on timing. And timing is the part. Come here, Fiki, touch. Touch. Can you high five? No, you're not going to do it for me. Thank you, Fiki. Thank you, Bob. He's right next to the computer just watching us right now. So thank you, Fiki, for that. Thank you, Bob. So then when you're working on timing, and this is the part I had the most difficult time with, and it took us weeks to get this part. So what I did was I put the lid out, and when they were both touching the lid at the same time, I marked and rewarded both of them, which was difficult to get them to do because they're cats, fish, they're fish, and fish do what fish want to do. So when they want to do it. So when I say high five, I don't necessarily get one right away. They sometimes take their time. Come here, Fiki. Hey, come here. He's eating the computer now. He's just eating the monitor. That's wonderful. Come here, Fiki. Come here. Good job, Bob. Can you do high five? High five. High five. Right here, high five. Yes, good job. Oh my goodness, so good. So then you start to only reward when they're both touching the lid at the same time. Fiki, what are you doing? High five. High five. Fiki, high five. Can you do high five? No? Okay. Fiki's just not feeling it today. Okay. So then you're only rewarding when they're touching the lid at the same time. Next tricky part, which I found very difficult as well, removing the lid. Now, when you remove the lid when you're working with a single fish, not a big deal. They transition so fast and so easy. When you remove the lid and you're working with a fish and a cat, question mark, then it does become a big deal. And what happened when I first did that, and it was really funny, but also not what I wanted, was they would end up punching each other in the faces and thinking that they were going to get a reward for that. Like they used it as an excuse to beat each other up almost. So that was fun. I wasn't expecting that. So anticipate that. But so what I did, so when you remove the lid, and they're just kind of paw targeting anywhere they can find on the other end. Oh, that was very nice. Bang, bang, roll over. That was very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Touch. Can you give me kisses? Thank you. So when they're doing that and they're just kind of touching all over the other fish, you don't mark and reward. You give them a neutral response. And it's really difficult working with two because what would happen is I had one offering the paw, and then the other one, instead of touching this one's paw, would just kind of go for the face or go for the chest or anything, right? So when that happened, and you have to be good on timing. I rewarded the one offering the paw, and then you would give a neutral response to the one who is punching the other one. You are so good this today. Love you. So timing is important. And when you're working with two, it's important to try to capture it as quickly as possible or give a neutral response to the other one as quickly as possible so they understand. When the one who didn't do the thing that you want sees that the one who did do the thing that you want get the reward, and that one's getting a neutral response, they're going to pick up a lot faster. I found that really motivated them, especially Flounder, because if Fiki's getting praise and attention and treats for something that he did correctly and she's not, we have a problem and she's going to fix that problem. So some animals aren't quite as competitive as Flounder, I understand that, but a lot of them are going to be motivated by watching the other one. Do we have a question? Oh, yeah, turning it into a boxing match. And Fiki is not a fish, I don't think. I don't know, I don't have clarification on that. We have called him a cat before, but that was a while ago, and we haven't really discussed Fiki's species. So I think he's a cat, but I'm not 100% sure. And I would like to clarify that, but oh my goodness, we watch Pocahontas is what we do. So I don't know that I can't really clarify it with her when she's so focused on other things. But I'm going to say Fiki's a cat, I think. But she's not. She's a fish, right? You're a fish. Okay, so once they are high-fiving each other and you have that figured out, first off, congratulations, because that's a huge deal. And getting a video of it is not easy, by the way, so that would be your next challenge. Then you can start to, another way that you can kind of morph this high five behavior into a cute thing is wave hello. So if you don't have two pets, this is another way that you can work with your one pet. Wave hello, wingapo, wingapo. Flounder, wingapo. Yes, good girl. And the way that you teach that, and I love it, it's so cute. And she didn't do it this time, but she usually spreads her little paw pads when she does it, and it's the cutest thing ever. And the way that you teach that is when you have them high five, and then you pull your hand back a little bit. Hey, I'm sorry, I was talking to your friends. Wave hello, wingapo, wingapo. Yes, there she did it. That's so cute. Um, so you set them up for a high five and you make them think that you're gonna give them a high five and then you pull your hand back. Oh, good girl. Love you. Um, and then you start to when you get that waving motion and you're actually capturing the waving motion, they may not spread their paw pads. Fiki doesn't spread. Fiki's wave hello is actually really sad. It looks like he's limping. If I can get him back over here, I'll show it to you. But it's I love his wave hello so much, but it's not like it doesn't make you feel greeted for sure. Fiki, can you touch? Touch. Oh, Flounder's on top of it today. Come here, Fiki. Come here. Come here, bub. Touch. Fiki's groggy. He just woke up from a nap. Come here, Fik. Touch. Here. Come here. Touch. Can you high five? Fiki, high five. No. Okay. All right. I do think Fiki might be a cat because he's very cat-like, right? Fiki, can you touch? Touch. You're just looking at me. Okay. All right. So, come up here. Go in place. Good girl. And then wave. Wingapo. Wingapo. Yes, good girl. And then, so once you get that actual waving motion, that's when you can start to add the voice command. And ours used to be wave hello, and now it is wave wingapo because that is how we say hello now in Flounderland. So, and I mean, you can change. She knows what it means, so you can change it. Um, and once you get the voice command and they're understanding that this is an actual command, you can start to wave your hand. Now, when I started doing this, good girl, it actually confused her. So you might have to like kind of keep it like not very obvious at first and then increase it to this. Um, Wingapo. Good girl, thank you. So you have to watch for things like that, especially working with fish, so that you don't confuse them because they're very um, they're very observant about what you're doing, especially when it involves movement. So if you are trying to add in a hand signal, you want to make sure that you're not overwhelming them with something that's new and exciting and